Hello, my Teaserking family. Not too late today. Would have been on earlier, but I was letting my phone charge. So quickly, football class Friday, 7 to 8 for college, 8 to about 8:30 for pros. Sir, if you join one of them, it'd be Saturday morning, college, 10 o'clock, Sunday morning, 11 o'clock for pros. If you join the class, so you get two talks or two classes because of changes and things like that. All right. What's our gold price? Our gold price is jumping back nicely. 25.87. So we talked about 11 in the morning. It had sitting about 25.80, and now it's gone back to 25.94 and hanging around there. 25.87. We should see 26 tomorrow. Once it breaks 26, it goes. You can see 25.94. Yesterday was 25.98. And it's not, you don't really, it's having difficulty breaking 26 because that's where the derivatives are. So once we blow through them, we go to 3,000. All right, we'll go 26. It might be a little bit, but look how quickly we went 2,500, 2,600. Silver, $30.80. It did go to 31. And it did go to 31, but it's back at 30. Football tonight. The Jets are 6 and 38.5. And App State is 7.5, 62 to South Alabama. I did play the college game, didn't play the pro. All right. So I've been watching YouTube to try to find some ideas for class, and what I'm noticing is all these Bitcoin and OneCoin and all these other coin Ponzi schemes and scams. What can I say? If you don't have it in your hand, you can't take it with you. You can't, I got it, or I got it. You don't got it. If you don't own it, if you don't have it physically, then you're in big trouble of getting scammed. I mean, there was OneCoin, and now there's another piece of this. It was a new Ponzi scheme, where they trying to sell fake digital, another fake Bitcoin type of thing, and she scammed another $1 billion. I mean, the people kind of get it and don't. I think people understand this is bullshit. They don't want to be in this, right? I think they realize they don't want to be in the dollar. They know I don't know if they know it's printed to death or not. Probably not. Most people don't. But they just don't trust the government. They don't want to be in government money. And believe me, we understand that. We're the first to say that. But then instead of going into gold, they don't think gold moves because of the corruption in the gold price and the price fixing that JP Morgan does. So they go, well, gold just doesn't move. I can make $1 million in Bitcoin or OneCoin or this other coin or these others. And then somebody comes out and with the new bullshit Bitcoin and well, I really don't have it. It's really worth it. It's just really a Ponzi scheme. It's a made off. People give money. That's how the price goes up. And that's basically what we see. I mean, it's really sad. Uh, the I want to get rich and retire, and I don't want to work. We all understand that, but you can only do it with gold and silver. You can't do it with these fake uh, digital bullshit currencies that half of them don't even exist. I doubt Bitcoin exists, and people just sit there. I mean, Bitcoin's probably a Ponzi scheme, but since there's nobody in charge of it, apparently, shiitake mushrooms or whatever his name is, but since he's not in it, there's really nobody in charge of it to say it's a Ponzi scheme. So you put your money in, and it's the biggest Ponzi scheme I've ever seen. And people, when they lose their money in Bitcoin, I'm just going to laugh at them because what they're doing is absolutely ridiculous. What are you doing? Well, I want to get rich. So you put your money in digital currency that doesn't exist, that you can't have, that it's just in the air. It's absolutely a scam. And why you're not in gold, I don't understand it. It's a critical thing to be in gold. It's real. It's money. You can hold it. So I don't really get why it's even there. So, but people are blindsided by it. They don't realize that it's garbage. They don't realize that it can't be that it isn't really anything. It's priced in dollars. So when the dollar goes out, how are you going to claim your Bitcoin? You got 50,000 in invisible digital nothing. It's not currency. It's not money. It's a collectible. And so, how are you going to claim your money when the dollar goes out? You know, gold. We don't have to. I don't have to claim anything. I have it. It's right here. I don't have to claim it. The value we're working on. We know the value's not right, but you can't say the value in Bitcoin's right either. You can't say the value of a stock is right. By the way, which you don't own. Stocks you don't own. Stocks are just. They're not even paper anymore. You own Amazon, it's a $200 price share. You had 10 shares, you got $2,000. Try to collect it. You're not going to collect it. This is the problem, and they got you so scammed that if you withdraw it early, you got to pay a tax on it. Why? Why do I got to pay a tax? So it's a big problem, and stop getting scammed. I mean, take physical. Gold is your answer. But for some reason, you want to get out of the dollar and you want to get rich, and the answer is gold, but you don't want to see that. You don't want to be in gold. It just it doesn't make sense why you would choose a digital currency. It's not a currency that you can't see, touch, or feel. You have this amount on your balance in your Bitcoin wallet, I guess. And what is it? I mean, you have no clue, right? You don't know what it is. And what are you doing with it? So basically you have to uh, I get the object, but you're doing it all, you're playing the wrong game, right? You've got to be smarter than that and thinking these digital currencies is going to get you rich, especially when you have no idea what they are and you can never touch them and feel them. The only answer is to do this. You can't try to go around it. I'll do digital, but it's not real. Bitcoin's not real. It's not money. It's just bullshit. But nobody, oh no, I made money. I bought it at $5. It's now 55,000, whatever. Look at how much money I made. You didn't make anything. Okay, Luke, smart, he cashes out and then he bought gold with it. Now he's making money. So you did the best of both worlds. You got out of Bitcoin, but why is anybody in Bitcoin? You seriously think it's money? You think it's gold? You think what do you think? The only thing that's silver is that this is silver. That's it. Gold is the same thing, just only in gold. That's all it is gold. So what in the hell are you thinking as a get rich quick scheme, a something that isn't money? Um, it's not really an investment because you don't know why it goes up and down. It's a Ponzi scheme. If people go in, it goes up. If they drop out, it goes down. It's got no real value. And when you need it, when the shit hits the fan in a couple of months and you need money, Bitcoin's not your answer. What are you going to do with it? The dollar has no value, so you're buying in dollars. So as we always talk about stoic and titanic, what does that mean? Geez, Howard, what is stoic? Stoic means I believe in gold and you're not going to talk me out of it. And I know it's the right thing to be in. I know it's the only hope we have is being in gold and silver. There is no other lifeboat. And obviously Titanic is all the paper is going down. Anything in paper, anything priced in dollars. Let's put it that way. Anything priced in dollars except gold and silver is going to zero because the dollar is going to zero. Oh, Howard, it can't go to zero. There's billions, trillions of dollars. Well, you got a $36 trillion debt that you can't pay. So your only option is to either go bankrupt, but people are going bankrupt for you because nobody wants it because it's not worth anything. The dollar is worthless. And when all those BRICS countries gang up, 159 countries are going to join BRICS. When all that happens, what do you think? Nobody wants the dollar. The dollar has no value. Case in point, let's see. When I help the gals, my gal in Ukraine, the Ukraine hryvnia is now 41 to Y. $1 is worth 41 hryvnias. So she needs 4,000 hryvnias to get a train to Warsaw so we can fly out and meet in Italy, right? So she's got, she needs like 7,000, 6,000 hryvnias, which is basically $100 is 4,100. So it's basically like $120 is 8,000 hryvnias. It's not worth anything. It has some sort of value, but it's not, it really has no value, right? It's in the Ukraine, it'll buy a train ticket, it'll buy food or whatever. And that's it. That's what you have. But that's it. There is no more. It really has no value. And the US dollar is going to be at that point when the BRICS come out, one BRICS gold back currency will be worth $8,000 or whatever. Because that's all it is paper. And what are digital currencies? They're not even paper. They're ridiculous. All I can say is do not get into them. Do not think you're going to make $1 billion. Do not think that's the answer to get out of the dollar because you're not getting out of the dollar with the digital currency. It's priced in dollars. You are not getting out of it. The only thing that isn't is gold and silver is priced in dollars, but it doesn't need to be. Gold and silver will be money. Bitcoin will not be money. Crypto queen will not be money. Nothing will be money because it's not worth anything. So you have to understand that. So yes, I get you want to get out of the dollar. But your only answer is gold and silver. There is no digital money that has any value. I mean, it's just, you know, at least if you have a Rolex, you got a Rolex, right? And then, oh, somebody will buy it from you for 100 grand. It's got a value. If you got a Mickey Mantle card, you got the card. It's got a value. You know, my Montana, I've got the card. It has a value because it's Mahomes. It's 50 count. That's the point of it. So that's what you must understand. It's it's purely, if you have it like your house. So your house is 400 grand. The dollar goes out. You still have the house. So the dollar's worth zero in dollar. The house is worth zero in dollars, but the house still will have a value in whatever the currency is, and or in gold and silver. So you'll take your gold to the owner and say, here, how much do you want for it? How about 2 ounces of gold for the house? He'll be all excited because gold won't be 2,500. We don't know what gold will be because it won't be priced in dollars. That'll be gone. Right? So if the dollar is gone, everything in dollars is gone. And what is all these cryptos? They're in dollars. None of the cryptos are their own currency. You want to say Bitcoin's money? Well, if Bitcoin's money, why is it priced in dollars? Why isn't it priced in Bitcoin? Why isn't it priced in gold? Why isn't it priced in something? No, it's priced in dollars. So again, you're Titanicing. You have it in dollars, and that's what it's priced in, and you're just screwed by it. I know I'm on at a weird hour this early, but I'm a little tired, and I want to watch the ball game, I guess, if it's on TV. Now they're all on these strange, it's on Peacock, or it's on, Apple or something. Like, yeah, making sure you don't have an audience. That's great marketing by you guys. I hate to break it to you, nobody's going to buy these stupid channels to watch these stupid games. If it's on, I'll watch it. If it's not, I'll watch it on YouTube after. So that's really the basis and fundamental of what's going on. Everything priced in dollars goes to zero. Therefore, you need to get out of the dollar, and that's the Titanic. So everything in dollars is on the Titanic. Titanic hit the iceberg, the water came in, the ship sunk, you needed a lifeboat. Now everything in dollars is going, and it's okay. You got a $60,000 Mantle card, you're fine. The demand keeps the value, so it'll be worthless in dollars, but then it'll be worth something in gold or silver. All the products will switch prices from worthless, highly inflated dollars to gold and silver. And it's shameful, the government. I was watching some stuff on the FBI being corrupt. And it's so stupid. The senators call a meeting and they start, why didn't you do this or that? And the FBI director lies. I don't know. It's an ongoing case. I can't talk about why today's Sunday, not Monday. And they're all so corrupt. And how are they allowed to get away with it? Well, that's George Soros. This whole Davos Sweeney thing and everything like that. And that's the problem, right? So a lot of corruption, but anything priced in dollars, you need to get onto the lifeboat. And the only lifeboat is gold and silver. It is not cryptocurrency. It is not Bitcoin. None of that is a lifeboat. Bitcoin priced in dollars, the dollar goes out, Bitcoin is worth nothing. Since it's digital, why would I give you an ounce of gold for a Bitcoin? Because there is no Bitcoin. What if the computers go out? What if the internet goes out because the Russians blow it up? Like we blew up their pipelines for the oil. What's your Bitcoin worth? Nothing. You can't even get to it. This is the problem. So what you're looking at is things that the Rolex, I would give some gold for the Rolex because it's an asset that I can hold in my hand, or a Picasso or a Van Gogh, like over here, my Van Gogh, those would be worth something. Now it's a poster, it's not a real painting. But let's say you had a real Picasso or Van Gogh in your house. It's worth something because people value it because you have it. It's not digital. Nothing digital has a value. They tried to do those, what, pet monkeys or those stupid pictures or any of that shit. Um, they were clever. They tried to create the demand by one guy would pay $1 million for something. And then the guy who he sold it to would give him back the money. And then they try to say, hey, look, this stupid thing has a value of $1 million. Only it was a Ponzi scheme. The guy he bought it from gave him the money back. So it was a zero, but it tried to create demand. They understand free market. It's what the value is in the market. So you have that, but things that are physical, I would buy with gold or silver if I can buy it. Golf clubs, this might buy me a nice set of golf clubs. That's the point. It's, so you can still use the dollars a little bit now, but they really have no value. You can't have a $36 trillion debt and think your money has value. You have to pay it back or you go bankrupt. There is no other alternative, right? On our credit cards, we can pay minimum payments. But once the dollar goes away, I believe your credit card will go away. Will it be substituted to the new currency? Possibly. I mean, that they'll probably try to find a way to do that. But if the new currency is not backed by gold, that'll only last a few months until people realize this is the same bullshit we were in. The only answer is to have dollars backed by gold. And then all the prices change because now they get converted from dollars to gold. Anyway, so with that said, you have a lot of Ponzi schemes and scams going on because people are under the illusion that these digital money has a value. They don't understand value. I'm going to get rich. What does the Bitcoin guy say? Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000, 200, a million, 10 million. It's bullshit. If it was going to go, it would go. What's going to drive Bitcoin up? It's not money. What's going to drive Bitcoin up? The dollar going out makes Bitcoin worth zero. Doesn't move Bitcoin up because Bitcoin's priced in dollars. Like I said, gold and silver is the only thing that doesn't need to be priced in dollars. Gold can be priced in gold, and silver, and you can use silver to buy it. And that's the difference. So it's going to be a lot of rich people in dollars that are going to be poor once they realize that they've been Ponzi schemed. It's like Madoff all over what's happening. This whole thing is Madoff, right? This whole thing is you believe the dollar has a value. And the people that get into Bitcoin believe Bitcoin has a value. But the difference is we know gold and silver have a value. We know Rolex has a value. We know Mano cards have a value. Those are real assets. That's what you need to own. So that's the whole point of it. Anyway, what else? Let's see. What videos? I was charging my phone and 2587. So we're this close to going 2587. We're this close to getting over 2600. And when we do, it could do it tonight because China or Asia normally wants to buy it. It started going up at 130. So it's funny how I told you on Thursday, look what happens. It goes up. On Tuesday, it goes down, right? So the shorts come in on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, all the longs come in and buy it. But look at it. At 1 o'clock on Tuesday, it was going down, down, down. 6 o'clock down, 8 o'clock down, 10 o'clock down. But yet today, Thursday, look, 2 o'clock up, 4 o'clock up, 6 o'clock up, a tiny little drop at 8, and then about 8:30 a little drop, 10 o'clock a little drop, and then boom. So people aren't stupid. Why would you short gold when the demand's so strong for it? It just doesn't make any sense. But these are idiots who don't know anything. Let's see. All right,
there's no mystery to me as to why Jesse Jackson says what he does, or Al Sharpton and others, because that benefits them, but it does not benefit the people they lead. And all the incentives are for leaders to lead people into things that don't help the people, but help the leaders.
What you'd create there would be an exception for Dr. King, though, wouldn't there?
Yes,
but he was different because he was earliest, or what? Why? What's different about it?
It's like insurgent movements in general. When an insurgency starts off, by definition, it has an uphill battle. If you're going to be a Christian in the Roman Empire, before the first century, you had a lot of grief to go through. Now, but after Christianity becomes the official religion of the Roman Empire, this is a bonanza, and there's a lot to be done. And so now you will follow policies that are the opposite of what you advocated. You will see that with all kinds of other. There's no mystery to me as to why Jesse.
So here we have 34 countries join BRICS. We know it's going to 195. Oh, I thought I had more. I guess I didn't like the videos. All right, so here's this Florida realtor runs a $1 billion crypto scam, Novatech. I just started watching this one, The Secret Man Who Bankrupts Billionaires. I thought it was us. We've got the World Economic Forum is planning this. I don't pay any attention to that bullshit. BRICS, well, this I already knows. BRIC confirms gold currency peg. We already know that. 40% backed by gold. Coming out in October. Why alligator all of a sudden? I don't think it'll come out in October. He's out of his fucking mind. This one is the military driving silver scarcity. Of course, it's just bullshit because of the gold needed in Tomahawk missiles and stuff. They're trying to keep the price down. Since when does the government ever want to keep the price down? Hey, Greg and John. So again, this is just talking about BRICS. Just change the rules, it's just about them going on a gold-backed currency, as most of it is. Yeah, not a lot. I've been so busy with football, I haven't had a chance to go through as much as I normally go through on this. We got Mark McGuire tomorrow. Now, you got to stay stoic. And what do I mean by that? Well, stoic is, we know gold's the proper way to go. The Jets, I like to see that Aaron Rodgers is playing and going and doing well. I want to see their defense get a little better. And there was a stat I saw at the gym about New England's won like 20 of the last 24 against the Jets. But that's meaningless. Brady's not there. Belichick's not there. So all that trend is worthless now because of the coaching change and the quarterback change. None of them were Brissett and whoever their coach is. The defense is still there. It's still Belichick's guys, so they kind of know how to play it, but expect in the next year or two it'll fall apart because those guys will free agent out and the new guys won't know anything. So it's still kind of Belichick's defense. Belichick's defense is basically don't let the big play happen, and then stop them in the red zone. So, I don't. It's crazy, but okay. As you see, a lot of these big plays happen. Like Tennessee does that a lot. The college team, USC was doing it. Mississippi probably does it. But, let's see the Jets. Aaron Rodgers wasn't on any of those teams. Let's see what he does. So I'm kind of curious to see how he plays tonight in a normal, now he's played 2 games and he played against the Niners. Now here comes an easier defense in New England and an easier just stop Stevenson, basically. I'm sure the Jets will do that. I think the Jets will win tonight. Anyway, so stay away from these. I want to get rich quick. Right now, your thought is I want to survive the dollar crashing. But how do you get that through the people's minds that the Titanic's sinking, that the dollar's crashing? Nobody will believe you. Like I said yesterday, I told the guy I was an Austrian economist. He didn't even believe I was an Austrian economist. I just showed my channel. Look, Teaserking, Austrian economist. And he still didn't believe it. Oh, where'd you go to school? I went to a business school. Oh, well, that's not good. I'm like, whatever. I could have said today's Tuesday, and he would have said it's Thursday. Do you think Andy Dalton will have a big game? I have no idea. I don't know how much he's worked with the guys, and the coach is terrible, and I don't know what Carolina has. So I have no idea. You didn't think Oakland could do anything with my guy, Brock Bowers and Devontae Adams. You didn't think they'd have an offense, and they lit it up. They lit up Baltimore. So who's the receivers on Carolina? Who the fuck knows? I think Adam Thielen's one of them. He's okay. And Dalton hasn't played probably in 2 or 3 years. So I don't think he's just going to come in and, light it up. He's a decent quarterback. I'm sure they'll do better with him, but I don't see them beating the Raiders. Raiders beat Baltimore. Look out. Now they're going. I'm hoping I get an update on my injuries because this covers.com, they're not updating their injuries, and it really is hard to predict a game that you can't tell who's playing. I had to go on Yahoo and find, Deebo Samuel's out, and McCaffrey's out, and Pukanuka's out, and Cooper Kupp's out. But on covers, they don't show any of those players out. So, I got college games with the whole team out. Is that accurate? It's all, undisclosed outs. Are they really out? Is there really 10 guys out for Minnesota? I mean, really? Or are they all kind of injured but minor and, I don't know. Brock Bowers is a Hall of Famer. He's a 10-year All-Pro, and he was great at Georgia, and he's going to be great on the Raiders, and they still have the Notre Dame tight end and Devontae Adams to throw to. Minshew's going to be fine. I don't know who they have to run the ball. They have a great defense. Oakland's going to be in the playoffs as long as they stay healthy. But Brock Bowers, he's a 10-year All-Pro. This is what I'm laughing at. San Diego could have taken it the pick before and took an offensive lineman. They're out of their fucking minds. The offensive lineman they could have got in the second round, it would have been fine. There's no magic with the offense. He blocks or he doesn't block. I mean, I think they're all the same. I don't think there's any advantage. I watched the guy in the Lions who everybody raves about. And he's okay. He's not, yeah, sometimes he gets in the way, sometimes he misses the block. And I don't know. I don't see anything that he's all that. It's crazy. But so the most important thing is we don't want Kamala Harris because she's a communist. She wants price controls. She wants to run the market instead of the free market. She wants the government to run the market. I'll help the middle class. I'll lower prices. You can't lower prices. The market can lower prices. If you get the fuck off their backs and stop with the inflation, the prices are high because you've printed the money and because of the inflation. That's why prices are high. You can't control that. There's nothing you can do except have gold-backed currency, which you're not going to do. You're too stupid to do it. That's the only way you can solve the riddle here of the inflation riddle, because very soon it's gone. It's 36 trillion. It'll be 37 trillion. We pay $1 trillion a quarter. It'll go up to $1.5 trillion. Where are you going to get that money? Are you going to print it? And if you print it, it becomes worth even less. And it doesn't have far to go to do it. So understand the game. Prices are up because the money's worthless. How do you save yourself? You get out of the money into gold and silver, protects you. And you're getting out of the dollar before it collapses, although it's just about collapsed. I went to Walmart's today. I needed my avocados. I got a few bananas and plums, and I found some dark chocolates there. Just an average little shopping. It was like $30. Shouldn't have cost me 10. I mean, it's just, and I go because the avocados are $1. I don't even know if they're real or not. I'm hoping they're not plastic. I'm eating it. But I can tell, I can dig in and taste them, and at least there's a taste to them. But that's the thing. It's the dollar has no value, so prices are up. How are you going to fix the prices? Are you going to price fix them? Say you can only charge that? It doesn't work, because the people need to charge that much to make profit or go out of business. And if everybody's out of business, nobody's selling anything. And then everybody's laid off. And then what you have is nobody working. Therefore, nobody can buy anything. And the government can't keep printing money because it's worthless. So, yeah, I mean, don't listen to Kamala Harris. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. I love how they're all attorneys, too. Can't you fucking put business people in charge? Well, I guess that's what Trump is. I think, I don't know, he's not a good businessman, but Trump's in there because he's not a Washington swamp creature or whatever, right? Because he's not, we like him because he's not one party or the other. But, is he a dictator? Is he Adolf Hitler? Well, he wasn't 4 years ago. Is he that now? I don't know. Hard to say. But I think that he, at least he doesn't. All I care is if he ends the war so I could go to Russia is all I care about. But Dario's right. If I went, it'd be hard because they would see my American passport and they go, what the hell is an American doing in Russia? Yeah, I'm visiting my girlfriend. Well, yeah, that won't fly. Get an American girlfriend. I heard that in Ukraine. I went to visit Jenna, and the guys are like, go, why are you here stealing our girls? And I said, I'm not stealing your girls. I like your girl. Your girls are beautiful. I like, that's how you get the girlfriends, right? So he, they were all jealous that I would want to come to Ukraine to meet a girlfriend. I mean, this is how the Ukraine boys were. Stop taking we make money off the girls. Stop taking them. Anyway, it's crazy. So anyway, um, gold will go to 2,600 probably tomorrow. And if we can settle above 2610 or 15, somewhere comfortable there, then I think we finally have it. At what point are they trying to keep the gold down so it doesn't compete with the dollar? At what point do they say, yeah, I guess it's too high now? 2,600. Uh, is anybody buying the dollar or getting out of the dollar because gold's 2,600? Probably not. Nobody believes in gold. Nobody understands what gold is. It's money that can't be printed. It can't be inflated. So you really have to understand the concept of the money, highly printed, highly, low supply versus high supply. You really have to understand that. Low supply keeps the value, right? The 50 count Mahomes is worth more than the unnumbered count Mahomes, right? Why? Because it's limited. There's only 50 on it. Rolex, they're very low in supply. So if you were to get a new Rolex, it'd be crazy. It would be, it's not a one-on-one, but they probably don't make like Sub-Mariners. How many do they make? Maybe 10, 20. I'm thinking of going to that jewelry store. They had a Rolex book. I threw it out. I wasn't interested, but now I am, just to check supplies. There's probably 18 of this one, and there's about what we saw 20 different models, and there's probably not more than 50 of each model. And again, there's probably some models that there's very few of. Those are the really expensive ones, as you would get in anything else. So that's the key to it. So that's economics. It's demand. It's supply creates demand, which is Say's law, which we say what we want, right? Does anybody want the dollar? Well, a lot of people don't, and they're trying to get into these digital currencies, but they don't realize they're really getting into Ponzi schemes. Things that have no value, they're being sold. Madoff's had no value. You'd get 15%. I don't know if it was a month or a year. You would get 15%, let's say a year, on your investment. You didn't ask how. It had no value. There was nothing there. But yet people got into it. When he went out, everybody's crying. Oh, I lost all my money in Madoff. The fuck did you get into it for the first place? Same thing with all these digital currencies. There is nothing there. It's not worth anything. The value is just made up bullshit. Just like OneCoin. OneCoin was made up. The dollars, the money was worthless. But they conned everybody into believing it had money, even though it was just digital. Nothing digital has value. You must understand that. Only things you can hold in your fucking hand has value. Silver, card, right? My Canadian club, value. Rolex, value. Van Gogh, value. Over there. Picasso, value. Things that you have that are real have value. They are the value. Anything digital has no value. I wouldn't buy anything digital. There was Tom Brady autographs. The fuck would want a Tom Brady autograph digital? I'd give me a real one. I can go buy a car that has a Tom Brady autograph. Okay, fine. But this is absolutely ridiculous. I have gold. I have physical gold. I tell you, only buy physical. My friend said, well, what are my other options? There's one option, buy physical. ETFs are worthless. They're Ponzi schemes. Stock is an auction. If the stocks have no value and you think they're undervalued, you're wrong. And they should go up, but they're not going to go up because there's no demand for it. A stock can only go up if there's more buyers than sellers. And if nobody wants the gold stock because they're all in Amazon and Microsoft and Apple and everything, they're not wasting their time in gold and silver mines. So how do you know it's undervalued? oh, because the gold and silver prices are going to go up because of what's happening with the dollar. But you're forgetting one thing is the stocks are priced in dollars. So while their inventory of gold will go up, it's still the values in stock is in dollars will go out. So you're better off buying physical. So I told them the only thing you do is buy physical. You cannot, there's no other option. Like, why do you want an option? What is wrong with just buying gold coins and silver coins? What paper? Okay, do you want to make money or not? Do you want to save yourself? Holding in an ETF will not save you when the dollar collapses. The stocks will not save you, and the banks will not save you. You're fucked when the dollar goes out unless you're on the gold lifeboat. That's your only hope. And yes, I'm in it. 95% of my portfolio is gold and silver. Why not? What else am I going to put it in? Stocks that are worthless, banks, I'll never get the money out. Real estate trusts, we've seen that show. And why not gold? If I need it, I can change it back into dollars, and otherwise I have it. And geez, it seems to be going up quite nicely since it is an investment. It's amazing how stupid people are. Well, gold's not an investment. What's an investment? Oh, something you make money on. Well, wait a minute. I just made $800 times 50 ounces. I just made $40,000. I think that's an investment. I think that's a real good investment. My silver hasn't moved yet. It's moved about $5. I think I bought it at 22, 23. It's worth 30. I counted 35. Again, it's being held down, but it won't last. Eventually, it's going to get to its real price. The miners are idiots. So the miners are selling to China at a fixed price. You don't know what it's worth. These guys are, I'm sure they're getting mafia kickbacks to keep the price down. But you've got to understand it's going to be worth a lot more. Anyway, stay away from your digital currencies. Just buy physical gold and silver, physical, mantle cards, Rolexes, something physical. Anything digital is worthless. Bitcoin is not money. It's not accepted by everybody. You can't go to the store and use it. It's not money. It's not. Gold is much more money than Bitcoin. Gold is money. Silver is money. And assets are real assets that you can hold in your hand or what you want. So you want to get rich and you want to buy Bitcoin or you want to buy digital OneCoin or any of these bullshit Ponzi scheme. That's all I see is Ponzi scheme after a Ponzi, or the crypto queen Ponzi scheme. That's one I just showed you, a Ponzi scheme. And people go at it because they know the dollar's gone and they want to get rich, and they are going about it all the wrong way. The only way to get rich is gold and silver. And it's because it's been suppressed. So when Egon says, well, gold doesn't go up, no, gold is going up because the dollar certainly isn't going down anymore. So what do you call it when gold went from 2,500 to 2,590? What do you call that? That's not the gold going up. And you can't say, well, it's the dollar going down because silver's not going up. The groceries they don't really go up. Broccoli was $1.99 or whatever. It didn't go up. Only gold went up. So if the dollar was truly going out, everything would be much more expensive. So we're not in hyperinflation at this point, even though some people want to think don't know what hyperinflation is. It's when the people actually get hyper and they start getting scared and they go to the store and the prices go up and they go back half day later and the prices are up and the prices keeps going up and up and up. And then they realize the dollar's not worth anything. That's the hyperinflation. It's not that inflation goes to 1,000% or 2,000. It's the people get the frenzy, right? Oh shit, the boat's sinking. We got to get off the boat. That's when you know what it is. Otherwise, what else can I educate you with? My vast books. So there's no such thing as deflation. It's just prices going down. It's normal market. A lot what happens now is people only have a fixed amount of money and there's priorities. I gotta pay my rent or mortgage, I gotta pay my utilities, I gotta eat. And then whatever's left, then I can buy things, but they're now more so like if I only have a little bit of money left, now gold's now 2,600. Well, I can't buy it. I mean, I don't have enough money to buy an ounce. Maybe I buy a quarter ounce or a tenth. Or you know what? Silver's still low. I can buy 10 ounces of silver. But as more things cost more because the value of the dollar is nothing, that's why you must get into gold and silver. And that's why you must figure out, um, well, I can't buy as much. So it's going to be a ripple effect. So therefore, well, I really can't afford golf clubs. So the price of the golf clubs go down because they can't sell them. So they go from $1,000 to 500. Why is that deflation? There's no such thing. It's the price going down because there's less money each individual has, and then therefore things are cheaper because because the whole point of a market is to sell your goods. If I'm going to make golf clubs, I need to sell the golf clubs to make money, or a computer, or a cell phone, or whiskey, or a glass, a banana. And that's really where it gets down to, is they need to figure out how to sell it. So, of course, if I have a $500,000 house and I need to sell it, I want the money. I want to move. I want to go to Russia. I want to get out of here. And so, well, nobody makes me an offer at 500. Okay, let's put it down at 450. Nobody makes me an offer at 450 because the interest rates are 10%. All right, I'll go to, and the other thing about the interest rates, that's for like 700 credit. It's not for low credit. Low credit's 10, 15%. High credit people that they think will pay back, but ain't nobody going to pay. Everybody's going to lose their job until they reset the economy. So you can't buy the golf clubs or you can't sell the house. So now it's 300,000. No buyers. Now it's 250. How is that what part of that's deflation? It's the market, which talks in prices, saying there's no bidders. Just like Toyota. I go in there and the guy says, I'm trying to sell a Camry for 35,000. And I lectured him and I said, here's your market, 25,000. You're over market. You're at 35,000. There is no buyers there. Your buyers are at 25. And if you really need a car, so maybe they'll go to 26. Nobody in their market at 25 is going to 35. So I had to teach. I was literally teaching him that at Toyota, explaining what a market is and that your price is way over market. Like I did with the ribs guy. Your market is $30 for a slab of ribs. If you try selling for 45, you don't have a market there. See, this is what people in business don't understand. Where is your market? There's no demand for it. You got to sell them for like 10 grand, 15 grand. Nobody wants it. And then if you get a bump or you need a new battery, you're fucked. So there's no incentive to buy it, right? That's the problem. So you're trying to sell things that there's no demand for, which you're idiots. That shows you how stupid Tesla is, or whatever his name was. What the fuck are you doing? And he's building rockets. Yeah, I'm sure everybody wants to take a rocket and get burned going to the moon. The radiation will kill him. So what is he doing? He's doing a bunch of shit that he's not making any money at. The money is for the valuation of his company, not the value of his company. The valuation's all this bullshit by the investment banks, but the profit and loss on his income statement does not show it worth what he thinks he's worth, and nobody buys it. So again, the market dictates what you can sell it. The electric cars, who knows what the market is? Probably 20 grand. I got a lot of money. I'm ready to buy an electric car where I can't find a charging station and I can't, there's not a lot. If I got to use solar panels and windmills I'm fucked. There won't be enough electricity because we need it for the houses. You need it to live in before you need it for your car. Nothing wrong with oil. Don't give me the bullshit of the pollution. Doesn't do it. Thank you, Greg John. So that's really the key to it, is understanding your market. So you go into business, you need to understand, what can you sell it for? What's it cost you? That's critical. And so by the inflation, it pushes up your cost to make it, without being able to push up your cost to sell it. It's an illusion that if inflation's 10%, so it's costing me, instead of $40 for my Canadian club, it's now costing me $45. The illusion is I can't push my selling price up $5 because the market's already determined. I'm going to give you $50 for this bottle. I'm going to give you 50, and I can't just raise it to 70 because people don't have the money in the first place to buy it, right? The money they're needing for rent and utilities and food is taken away from buying this. So if you raise my cost and I can't raise my price, I don't make any money at it. I'm going out of business. And this is why the economy's fault. This is what's happening in China. Nobody can make money. I think the U.S. sanctions or whatever they're doing there is forcing a lot of Japanese and U.S. companies and billionaires to leave because of the sanctions. So China's been living on these rich U.S. and Japanese businessmen who supported the restaurants and the hotels and the housing are all leaving, and now there's no more billionaire, and they're all starving, and there's no jobs. There's no income coming in to go spend. That's the crucial part about Say's Law. You actually need a job. So if I'm working at a bakery, then I have money to go spend and buy, pop and cookies and stuff like that. However, if I don't have a job, there is no market because I'm not getting money in, so I can't go spend it. And that's what happens. That's how a free market works. So there's no price gouging. The market contains the price gouging. If somebody wants to sell Seagrams at $100 a bottle, I don't price gouge. Well, I'm going to sell this at $120. No, I'm going to sell mine at $100 or maybe $90. We can't sell it at $1,000 a bottle. Nobody will buy it. Just like Toyota. There's no such thing as price gouging. And how would you ever figure it out? I mean, that's insane. What I'm finding with this doctor, I keep watching on YouTube, you don't even need doctors anymore. You don't need the medicine. You take castor oil for your bumps and bruises. You take, you have olive oil. You'll have this Celtic salt. You have cayenne pepper. You stay away from sugar and you stay away from carbs. And guess what? Fuck, you're not sick. You can live longer and you're not sick if you just eat healthy. Lemons are very good for you, which I've always been having lemons. And I guess that's why I've never really been, I don't want to say it, seriously ill. My biggest problem is my gout, I think, if it's not that, but we'll see. I did have a hamburger for dinner from a Coney Island because I was just hungry and I'm tired and I don't feel like cooking. Like today I have a little bit of chicken left. So I was going to make an omelet, but I'll just have it tomorrow. It's not going anywhere. So that's really it. So it's all about the market. So when you go to a grocery store, you already have the prices set of what you're going to pay. If broccoli's a little bit more, okay. If it's 50 cents more, you're like, who cares, right? So my bill's $20 instead of 19. You're still going to buy it. Maybe it's the ribs and the steaks. I was going to get ribs the other day. I think it was Saturday. I went and they were $13.99 again. I said, fuck it, I'm not going to buy it. And I ended up getting salmon because I didn't really want the meat. I'm trying to stay a little bit away from meat, although I took a steak out of the freezer, which I'll probably cook over the weekend. But again, it's the olive oil in the morning with lemon. It's the Celtic salt and my fish oil. That's that's your health right there. Going to the pool every day. Some girl comes up to me. She's a lifeguard, and she says, "Oh, hi, Howard." And I go, "You know my name, but I don't know your. How do you know my name?" She says, "Well, you're here every day." And I says, "Yeah." So what? Everybody's talking about me behind my back, I guess. Who's that's Howard? He's here every day. Um, so I don't remember what her name is. I said, "Oh, okay, nice to meet you." That's the second or third lifeguard that's done that. "Oh, hi, Howard." And I'm like, they're all happy to see me, but I'm like, don't you say, "Hi, I'm this, and I know you're Howard"? Kind of weird, but whatever. TK, you ever get to Costco? They have gold there. No, I don't go to Costco. Uh, I'm just by myself until I'm with Daria and her daughter or Jenna, and that's going to be hard to do until this fucking war ends. But so there's no point to go to Costco, and I don't need the gold there. I go to my gold store, my coin store, which has better prices and more differentiation. At Costco, it's just a 1 ounce bar from Switzerland. When I go to my store, like here, I mean, I can't buy this at Costco's. I can't buy the 1 ounce Cougaran or Maple Leaf. I can't buy the 1/4 ounce Eagle, which I just bought. I can't buy the 1/10 of an ounce Eagles or Maple Leafs that I like to buy. So the problem with the 1 ounce, uh, it's now it's going to be what, 2,700, 27 and a quarter to buy it. That's the problem with it. I can't afford that, but how about a 1/4 ounce is 7 1/4? Okay, yeah, I can do 7 1/4, and I got a 1/4 ounce of gold. Well, it's still when gold goes to 10,000, a 1/4 ounce is 2,500. I paid 700 for it. So I have no problem. It's just accumulating gold right now and or silver. And silver, I only buy ounces. I don't. Silver's cheap enough. There's no reason to buy. They have, I think, halves and quarters ounces of silver. I don't waste my time with it. I do have a mercury dime I bought, which I think's worth like 1/10 of an ounce. So it's not worth a lot now, but when silver goes up, I'll have some value. And I got all my Highland Mint coins, silver coins from when I collected baseball cards. So I got a Michael Jordan and Ken Griffey Jr. and Dan Marino. And I did check, and they are all 999 1 ounces of gold of silver. My only mistake was the two tones. I thought the gold on the two-tone coins had a value, but I went to the coin store and he said, no, they're just shavings. It's nothing material of gold. Yeah, but I paid $20 more for it. I could have bought more silver coins than that. Now the value of like a Michael Jordan two-tone is a hell of a lot. There's a two-tone Kobe Bryant, which is a hell of a lot. So in that case, the natural value of the Michael Jordan is worth a lot more than the silver. So in that case, it is okay. I bought the two-tones. But anyway, so so we need to work to have a market. There has to be money flowing in to flow out. I mean, that's as simple as it can be. I don't work, I can't buy anything. Fortunately, I got Social Security and now football money is coming in. So I am able to get the money in and then go buy food and pay my bills and everything else. I'm hoping tomorrow my PayPal wait of 7 days should be over tomorrow on the 20th. I should be able to get my money from last week. And hopefully they raise my limit or I can get my limit raised soon. In the whole scheme of things, it's okay to wait the week. I mean, like when you work, you get it paid every 2 weeks. So you wait for it and you're going to get paid. I know my money's there. It's my money. But it's the point. It's my money. Why are you holding it? It's like holding your paycheck going, you can't have it for a week. And you're jumping to try to get it and you can't get it. It's the principle. Why are you holding my money? And so I bitched about getting my limit raised at least, but I don't know what's really going on. that they'd give me such a small limit, but I will try to get it increased, or I'll try to get people to pay on Venmo, which will come right into my Venmo and I'll move it right to my bank. We'll just do it that way. The students, the classes will be, I'll try to do Venmo, provided everybody has it and it's easy for them to do. The game is on Amazon Prime. Well, are you going to go buy Amazon to watch it? No. What are they thinking? So Amazon's thinking that you're going to pay to get it because you really need to watch the game. And it's bullshit. It's called YouTube. I can go on YouTube and I might have to get that YouTube TV with no commercials, not like for $10 a month. I can't take it now. The commercials are like 50 seconds long, and it's like, and there's way too many of them. It's like, okay, I can't even watch whatever the fuck I'm trying to watch on YouTube anymore. So it's either stop watching YouTube or go to pay the $10-11 and get it, get the commercial free TV, which I think for football season with all that's going on with gold, I think it's too important, the information. But I don't like is YouTube kind of blackmailing us to do it, right? Oh, you want to watch all commercials? It's going to cost you. And we're going to keep throwing more commercials and longer commercials at you. The difference is you can't really, like I'm trying to do my football and I want to have the TV on, but I can't have YouTube on because it's too many commercials. So I got to go to Pluto or Tubi or Netflix or even regular TV where the commercials run and end, and then we go back to the show. I don't click them off. But if you don't watch the YouTube, you could get a 20-minute commercial. And that's the problem. It's not like 30 seconds and then it's 30 seconds and then, oh yeah, this commercial is going on for another 5 minutes, unless you turn it off, skip it. So YouTube's got a serious problem. I don't really like it, but we don't until we figure out something else. We're stuck with it. The apps are like TV channels now. Well, I'm not going to get the Amazon app to watch the game, but the difference is it depends if they cost money or not, right? Well, Tubi's not really an app. It's on my Roku. It's another, I guess maybe it's an app, but yeah, I just go to Tubi. And I was watching Die Hard 3. I like that one where it's a gold robbery. And then Die Hard 4, where they're doing the whole thing's a scheme where the hitman wants to put all the money into Social Security, and then he wrote the code, and then he steals all the money. So it's a little different type of stealing. But I like those the Die Hard 2 I didn't like. I thought it was stupid. Die Hard 1, of course. See, I never understand Alan Rickman. He was so good at that role. Why he never did that role again? I mean, it makes no sense. I don't consider the Snape role anywhere near as good as the Die Hard role. I mean, that was just brilliant, and he had the nice accent. And then where did he go? He disappeared to Harry Potter, and I didn't get him in Harry Potter at all. I didn't see he wasn't a bad villain there. I would pay $10 for YouTube ad free. Yeah, well, I don't it's the same principle with PayPal. I can wait 6 days, 7 days for my PayPal, but what I don't like is, why are you giving me a $300 limit, and why are you holding my money? Their excuse is, well, in case somebody disputes it. I go, nobody's disputing it. They're paying for a class. It's not a product. I'm not shipping tennis shoes and they don't like them and they want a refund. This is the service. What are you doing? So the service is a class. So you can't really ask for a refund for the class. It's like asking for a refund of this. This is free. Let's say I charge you $10 for this class. How are you going to get a refund? Well, he didn't talk about, Say's Law or gold or Bitcoin. I mean, what what could you possibly say that you would want your money back, right? You're paying for the class, good or bad. My classes are usually good. So the fact you pay for it, how are you going to ask for a refund? If I give a football class tomorrow, I'm going to go through my picks. I'm going to explain them. I'm going to go through my logs. I'm going to say, here's all the games. There's really nothing you can, I'm doing what you're paying for, teaching you, showing you my picks for the week and advising you what to do with them in the locks. I'm not guaranteeing them. I'm not Bernie Madoff. I actually bet them. So these are my bets. That's what you're looking at. And therefore, you can't bitch because I'm doing exactly what it is that you paid for, showing you my picks, what my scores I think are, and things like that. And like tonight, I picked the Jets by a few points. I didn't bet it though. If you were in class, I would say, I think it'll be a close game, and I think it'll actually go over because the over-under is 38. With Aaron Rodgers, I think they'll score more points. That's what I would give you in the class. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the information. Have you ever gone to a class in college and said, oh, I don't like the class, I want a refund? Never. I don't think you can because you're paying for the class. I think eBay messed up PayPal. Why? What did eBay do? Somebody's messing up PayPal because I've been with them. I found out since 2000. I didn't know it was that long. And mostly for my football. And I always get paid. Some weeks would be zero. Some weeks I might get $2,000. It depends the time of year. If people are buying the full year or not. And I would get that. And then it would be in my PayPal account, and I'd say, send it to my bank, and I'd go to the bank the next day. For 20 years, there was never a amount. I think they're trying to crack down because I have it as a personal account, and they're saying, oh, you're doing business transaction. We want to see how much, and sounds like an IRS shakedown or something, but it's all legit. I don't hide it, so I don't know, but you limited me to $300 a month. So I've asked for the limit to be changed. So at least I don't have to wait a week, but I have a plan to do something about that also. And then in the classes, I can do Venmo and just get the money, take it to Venmo, I'll get it the next day. So if I have to do that, the site will still be PayPal because I don't want to bother the programmer where you have to, right now it's connected to PayPal and you buy the picks, PayPal. And I mean, I don't know if we'll have the same issue with Venmo where they'll start saying, oh, wait, we got to put a 6-day hold, 7-day hold on it. So I have a good idea of being the professor to outsmart them. That's why they hold up funds, because people dispute stuff on eBay. Does eBay own PayPal? But the thing about what I'm doing is a service. It's not a product. So if I'm sending you a Mano card, or you're sending it to me and it's not, and you say mint and it's not mint, I'm going to dispute it. But you're paying for a class. There's no dispute. There's no refund. The only refund is, did you not get the class? Well, no, I got the class. Okay. Now, you could say it wasn't what I thought it was, but it's clear. It's college picks for the week. It's pro picks for the week. Can't get much clearer than that. Or if I start doing the economics, if I start getting people in, I think I give so much information here, they go, well, I take a class. But that's the point is, that's what I was doing with football last year. I gave so much information, they didn't need to pay. So I'm saying, no, you're paying this time. So I'm not giving all the information I gave in football. But here, okay, fine. But because I want you to learn this stuff, it's important that you understand what's going on. Is there a hold on eBay? I don't know. So if I bought a gold coin on eBay and I pay and then it comes, I assume the guy gets the money as soon as he ships it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be shipping it. So I don't know, but I think the bank, I don't know, the banks I said to them, there's no risk on your end. it's a class. Nobody can dispute unless I don't give the class. So as long as I give the class, and she says, well, have the people go back into the payment 48 hours later and said the classes compete, and then you'll get the money the next day. Says, I can't do that to my people. Yeah, you know how you paid me on PayPal for the picks? Yeah, go on into it 2 days later, like you have nothing better to do, and mark it complete, and then I'll get paid the next day. So they're worried about people backing off from that, and it's insane. It's just one guy double paid me, so he put the second one on hold. So maybe they're looking at that. I don't know. But it's not like he's asking for a refund. He just double paid it. I told him, well, if you want, just release it, and then I can give you the locks the next week. But he hasn't done that yet. So I have 2 locks this week, 2 pro locks. I might have a third pro lock, and then I'm looking college. I think I have a few good college games. I haven't gotten that feel in college to lock something. It's kind of a little bit, and I'm kind of, after that Georgia game, I'm a little bit gun shy to lock something that I got to really be sure of. But I have some strong plays, but a lot in the pros. I might have 2 locks in the pros. I have one good one and a third one I've got circled. So I haven't posted my pros yet, but I have posted my college. They're all posted, but I don't need to post the pros yet. It's this Thursday. But I stayed away from, for some reason, I'm not lucky on Thursday night with these Thursday night games with the travel. And like last week, I had Buffalo over 42. It's 41 in the third quarter, and it goes shut out in the fourth quarter. Like, seriously? Tagliabue gets a concussion, and then they pull everybody. What the fuck was that? So anyway, I'm starting to learn the teams better, and that's why I'm good at it. The key is identifying the teams. What are they, strong or weak? Like we do in baseball. We end up, instead of the team, the pitcher. We're betting on Verlander. We're betting on Scherzer. We're betting on, Sandy Koufax. And that's the key, is finding the pitcher and then betting on the pitcher, Chris Sale. And in football, it's the team. Who is the Verlander and Chris Sale and Scherzer teams? And that's really what it is. But it's critical and hard to figure that out. I have that skill, but a lot of people don't. They can't see it. I tell you how bad Bryce Young is, and finally they're replacing him. I told you how bad he was 2 weeks into the season. The guy sucked. And yet they keep playing him, and they kept playing. They played him 2 weeks. They didn't play him in the preseason. But my skill set is I could see he sucked. And same thing with Caleb. He's not a good quarterback. I mean, last year, Notre Dame, UCLA, I'm not seeing it. Cam Rising, if he plays, he's got to go against Oak State. You watch. He'll light him up. That's the difference. The guy produces touchdowns and wins games for you. That's what you want. I don't know if Cam Rising's playing. I hope he is. I believe he is, but we're not sure. I think it is, but then the line moved the other way. It went Oklahoma State 2.5. Well, if Cam Rising's playing, the line shouldn't have moved that way. So I'm very confused. We'll find out, Friday. Hey, TK, you doing the baseball playoffs? Maybe. I don't know. Right now, because football is my business, that's what I get paid for. That's what people are betting on. I don't really have time for it because I got 132 college teams and 32 pro teams, which takes up a bulk of my day. You should know how to pick baseball. I've given you enough insight. The pitcher, maybe the bullpen, ERA, not really even the batting average. So you should be able to pick it on your own, Greg and John. Don't give me that. You know how to pick it. 2 bad pitchers you go over, 2 aces you go under, an ace against the bad pitcher, you take the ace. Very simple. I mean, you should be able to do that. You don't need me. That's the point of teaching. You should be able to do it on your own. Try doing it on your own. Um, it's a little different than basketball playoffs. Basketball playoffs, it's more psychology. Oh, they're down 3-1. They have to win the game. Okay, we're going to bet on them. That's totally different. Baseball doesn't work that way. It's always just the pitching. So go from there. Gambling itself, you got to be careful with it. Most people lose because they don't know what they're doing. You bet the football game tonight. Who'd you take? Why did you take the bet? Why did you bet New England? Why'd you bet the Jets? Why'd you bet the over, the under? I do teasers because I find the 6 points really helps you. Like tonight's game, what was the spread? The Jets were 6. So, okay, I think New England will play them tough. I take New England at 12. That's huge. I think the Jets will win. They got Aaron Rodgers. I'll take the Jets even. That's huge. Now all they got to do is win. And I could see, like I said, my score is 20-17 since the game started. It won't help anybody. I think it started. I picked 20-17. So you could go under, you could go over, you could take either team. I think that's how the game will end. I didn't play the game because I don't like this Thursday night, and I don't know how strong New England is this year, and the Jets aren't there yet. But I love that they have Aaron Rodgers and this good defense. It looked kind of weak against Tennessee, where Tennessee could have tied the game at 24 with fucking Will Levis. Who's Tennessee? Tennessee got Green Bay this week, and they are 1.5 favorites. I don't know because I don't know. Well, Jordan Love might play. If Jordan Love plays, I would take Green Bay for sure, especially getting a point. But that's you've got to be able to answer why did you make the bet. If I'm playing poker, I have to be able to say why did I make the bet? What was my strategy for making the bet? So if I got aces, it's to clean the pot out and only have one person with me, because then they have a pair, my pair will beat their pair, and then we see how they bet. And if they come in, if they check raise me, I just fold. I go, oh, he caught a set. It's as easy as that. After the flop, I bet to clean out straights and flush draws versus my aces. 3 clubs hit, I'm gone. I mean, I wait. I bet if I bet 25 and a guy calls me, I'm done betting. He's got the flush. I don't, and then at the end he makes a bet. I fold because I think he has the flush. So you're looking at hands like that. You're trying to ascertain what he's got. You try to do it by their betting. So you're calling because you think you have him beat, but you don't know unless you got like 4 kings, then you have him beat. So you're calling because you think you might be good. You have a decent hand. You're trying to learn the player. Is he a bluffer? Is he regular? Again, it all comes back to free market economics. It's what's his bet? Does he want me to call him? Does he want me to fold? He makes a big bet. Well, he must want me to fold because if he's got a really good hand, he'd want me to call him, right? The logic is to win money as much as you can. So if I got 4 aces, I'm not betting $500. I'm betting $50. I want you to call me, right? Because I got 4 aces and I know I won. And that's why you see. So when you see a big bet, you're assuming most of the time it's to get you out, to get you to fold. And if you have a decent hand, you call. If you know the guy and you're trying to figure out the guy, is he making a big bet because he's just a big bluffer, or is he making it? So I double think and think, oh, he wants me to fold, I'm going to call. And then he's got 4 kings. Why am I playing red in roulette? Because red's come up 9 times in a row. I'm going to play red until black comes up. Or back rack, the bank's hit 9 times, so I'm betting the bank. And in craps, the guys hit 10 points in a row, I'm going to play the pass line. They've 7'd out 5 times in a row, I'm playing the don't pass. I was in Vegas with a friend of my dad who I really don't like. I liked him at the time, but he was kind of rude to me. And he so he played craps. So I could read people. And so I told him the guy's going to 7 out, and he 7'd out. And he goes, "How did you know?" And I go, "I can read people. I'm psychic." And so I take the dice. So he starts betting the pass line, and I'm playing the don't pass because the sevens have been hitting on the table. Why would I play the pass line? And so I'm not really feeling hot, but I feel good. And I place my bet, and it comes out 6. I throw a few rolls, 7 out, and I'm all excited. I won. He's mad because he played the numbers. And I'm looking at him like, "Why you saw him playing the don't pass. I know how to play craps. If I felt hot, I'd play the pass line. What the fuck are you doing playing the pass line if I'm on the don't?" Fucking idiot. I mean, people are so stupid. But he was kind of rude to me after that, and I told him to fuck off then. Um, they knew I could pick football games. Even back then, I was 12, 13 years old. They'd have the poker game at my dad's house or my house, and I'd watch. I'd sit down. I'd watch the poker game, watch my dad's hands. And it was just funny that, you see all his friends, and some of them are good players, some suck. And that's how I kind of got started. So I'm 12 or 13. I don't even know if I'm that old. Probably 10, 11, 12. And it's every Friday night poker game at rotated houses. There'd be a big tray out there and pop and cake and stuff. So I was having a good old time, but I was watching, what was going on. I was interested at that point. That's got me into this, right? But that's really, it's always, why are you making the bet? Why not? Now that was 7-card stud. So either if you have a hand, you're betting, and if you don't, you're not. And that was simple. Now in Hold'em, there's strategy to make a big bet to bluff you out. So now bluffing comes in. If you're playing $2, you're not bluffing in 7-card stud because you can see 4 of his cards. So you know if you've probably got him beat, but he can't bet $100 to bluff you out. That's the thing with no limit Hold'em. It's the big bet, and that's what you got to learn. So as I learn the teams in football, I'm learning the players at the poker table. Does this guy bluff? Can I read if he bluffs after he bets? So what I've learned on the tell is if he does make a big bet, if he goes to the TV, he's not bluffing because he's not worried about me. And if he gets kind of quiet and kind of, then he probably is bluffing. I think you can tell a bluffer than that. But I always look down at the center of the table. I'll bet $100. My eyes are on the center. You're not reading shit from me. And I'm not looking at the TV, and I'm not drinking my pop when I'm making that bet. I'm very structured into not, it's always look down and not give them a read. And that's it. But that's how you play poker. You're trying to figure out your opponent. And the problem with poker is, especially MGM or in Vegas, you get new people popping in and out, especially in Vegas and Caesars, because they got all the vacationers. So all of a sudden you got a guy on vacation and he loses his money, and then somebody else sits down, and now you got to learn him. And there's really only 2 or 3 ways to, either you're bluffing or you're not bluffing. I mean, it boils down to that. Are you going to bet $100 to get me out, or are you betting $100 because you got a full house? That's it. And that's why you got to watch the hands that you're not in to see what the better is. I did that with here's a good one. So I was betting football game Sunday. I think it was Sunday, maybe it was Saturday. No, I think it was Sunday. We were going home, and I bet on the game, and I think I lost it. Lost a couple $100 on football. And then I go play poker. We got a couple hours till our flight. First hand I sit down with, I get ace king. And I'm about to bet $50, and the guy in front of me bets $50. I just call a couple other people in. The next card, the flop comes ace 7-8 or something. He bets $100. I'm going, fuck, I got aces with the king. I mean, like, what the fuck? I don't know what he's got, but I don't know the player yet. So I call, and then the next thing he bets, and I call, and then we get to the river, and he goes all in, and I don't know what to make of it. He's not looking at the TV. I end up folding, And I probably, then some guy next to me says, oh, he normally bluffs. Well, yeah, that information would have been good before the hand. So then a couple hands later, I get a pair of queens and I'm betting and some guy's calling and I'm betting and some guy's calling. And then I check the river because I didn't improve and he makes a big bet and I don't know. My spider senses said call and I turn over queens and I beat him. So he probably paired eights or nines or something. And I just sensed at the end his big bet was to get me out, or he thought I had nothing, and he didn't know me. I'm not going to do that with 6-7. I'm not. I'm waiting around for the straight or flush. I don't bluff often. I bluff when you're checking. I check. You check. Okay, I'm going to bet a little bit because I don't think you have anything. That's how I operate. And then if you call me, then I don't bluff anymore. I don't really see the point of bluffing. It's only good if you think you can bluff the guy out. Most people like to call if they have anything. And so I tend to not do that. But poker, because you get so many different people, again, there's only, does he bluff or does he not bluff? The older people on the pensions at MGM in Detroit can't afford to bluff. This is their money. They can't afford to lose. So they're probably not going to bluff. The Russian girl that I met there was a big bluffer. However, her tell was when she checked. I think I've told you this before. So she goes and she bets $75 on the flop, and you call, and then she bets 75 again, and you call, and then she bets 200, and you fold. Is kind of what she's hoping for. But all of a sudden, the flop comes and she checks, and you check, and then she checks again, and now you realize she's not betting. She actually has a hand. She hit a full house or something. And that's the problem with bluffers. When they actually get the hand that's good, they don't bluff. They just check it. So that's their tell. If they're checking, they've got a hand, because bluffers want to get you out when they have nothing, but when they actually hit the hand, they don't want to. And so I told her that we're out getting a Coke or something, and I told her, I says, I know your tell. I told her, I says, you're always making a big bet. You're always bluffing. And then you get a hand and you start checking. Well, as soon as you check, I know you got a big hand. And unless I got a big hand, I'm folding on you on your check. You got to bet the big hand the same as you bet the bluff, right? If you're betting $100, 100, when you got a hand, you've got to bet the 100, because people will think you're bluffing. They won't read you. But if you check it, it's an obvious you've got a hand. So I helped her out there. I did take her for a lot of money the first time because I could tell that, right? She's checking. I think once I had a big hand and she bet and I came over the top and really crushed her. And I knew she was bluffing, but I hit a hand. I hit a full house. So I'm okay. Let's, you want to play? Let's play. And I nailed her. So that was good. But that's it. There's two ways. You either, you could slow play, which is still, I'm only betting if I have a hand. It's either I'm making big bets and bluffing, or I'm checking or betting, I have a hand. And that's it. That's two ways. So you can see in about 10 hands. So the person sits down, give it about 10 hands, watch how they play other people. If they're aggressive, and then, you want them to show, especially if the other player, the other player is a good player, see how they play them. And then now you got it. When I was in Caesars, I was playing next to the guy who played Doyle Brunson on one of these tournament shows, right? The one with Mike, what's his name? Mike, I can't think of Mike Preston or Mike, I don't know. He just died recently. And he was the quack guy, right? He'd go quack, quack, or ducks or whatever. And I'm playing next to him. And I'm telling him he doesn't know how to play. He's sitting there and he's got like a big hand, a big pair. and he checks or he doesn't bet a lot. So I go to him, you should have bet a lot more than that. You got to get them out, right? You got to bet a big bet when you got those hands. Now, I don't know if he was acting stupid, but I don't think he was. Why was he at a 1-2 table? I don't know. But then so I was at a table and I wasn't getting crap. I'm getting 2-3 and I'm getting 5-9 and king deuce and jack 3 and nothing for a half hour. And so I'm folding and I started talking to one guy. He says, well, I know how you play. Oh, how do you know how I play? I haven't had cards to do anything. You have no idea how I play. I thought that was hilarious. You don't know how I play. Once I start getting cards, I'm going to check on you. I'm going to check raise you. I'm going to raise you. You have no idea how I play. You're just seeing how I play at the beginning when I have crap cards, which I fold a lot. I don't bluff on 2-7 or 2-9. I don't bluff it. There's no point in it. There's no money in the pot to do it. It's 1-2, and there's no money in the pot. What do you think of the slot machines at a casino? Well, they're fixed, obviously. They're absolutely no brain. They take advantage of people being shy and not wanting to play at the tables. So it's easy for people. It's like a guy at a party who sits as a wallflower and they'll have a few drinks, but they're too shy to talk to girls or talk to people or do what I'm doing. And so they don't. And that's what a slot machine is. Well, there's nobody here. Just put your money in, hit the button, or pull the rack, and we're gonna take 98% from you. And that's how the slot machines are. They're just the total made off. And I never play them. Once in a while, I'll play video blackjack if I have an extra 10 or 20 just for the fuck of it. They're rigged. You know, all the machines are rigged. So all you can do really is play table games. But the odds have gone down in blackjack and craps. You know, craps used to be 7-6 or blackjack was 7-6 for black. It's now 6-5. The odds on craps have gone down. So they're all, fucking around. And that's another thing that you won't have CBDCs. You won't only have CBDCs. You might have CBDCs, but you'll never get rid of cash. The casinos run by the mafia want your cash. They don't want credit card. They don't want any trail. So if you notice, you go in, you give them $300 to play poker or craps, put the money down, they put it in their slot. It's $500, just like the mafia and you're buying drugs. They don't want a trail. So money will never, ever, ever go away. There's no way it can go away. Now it'll be worthless and the mafia will make them come out with new money, hopefully backed by gold. But the casinos and the drug people will never get away from dollars. So there will always be dollars. So when they say CBDCs, it's like Bitcoin now. You can buy Bitcoin, but it's not real money and I can't take it to the grocery store. I went to, like I said, I went to Walmart's today. I couldn't use crypto. Sorry. Now, could I use gold and silver? I doubt it, but I could cash it in for money a lot easier than you can cash in crypto. So again, you'll never get rid of dollars, but the odds are getting worse, and the value you need $25 blackjack. I want to play $5 blackjack because I want to catch a streak and win $1,000 by going 1 unit, 2 unit, 5 units, 10 units. I want to get on the streak and watch it go. So I want to be at a $5 table where I can start betting $25. I don't want to be at a $25 table where I need, $300-400 in order to play my streaks because I'm a streak guy. That's the only way to win in Vegas. You got to get your streaks. Poker, I don't believe in the streaks too much. If I get pocket aces or I get a full house, I don't play the next. I might play the next hand until there's a big bet. If I get 3-7, I'm out. But generally, it just comes. Every hand's individual, just like football. Every game's individual. So that's what you have. But slot machines are just They're a joke. They're just putting Madoff's face on it. I mean, that's what it is. So that's a little bit gambling and poker that I like to talk about. It fits in economics. Again, it's supply and demand. It's reading the guy at the table or the streak in the blackjack or craps or backrack. Backrack's pretty good because you can play bank or player. Where blackjack, you can't play the dealer. That's the difference. Craps, you can play the 7 or play against the 7. You can do either one. Anyway, so I can't watch the game tonight. So there's a college game, but I think it's on ESPN, which I don't get in my cable. So that's fine. I'll just check the scores. My college games are there. I might add a lock there, and my pro games will probably be posted tomorrow. Again, so if you want the class, $25. 7 to 8 is college. We'll do it on YouTube, maybe on Zoom. Then 8 o'clock would be the pro class. So $25. I see the payment. I send you an email, and it'll be 8 o'clock till probably about 8:30. And I'll walk through what I think the scores are. Here's my pick. Here's my locks. Off we go. And 25. And then if we have class tomorrow, somebody wants it. I did have people last week. They come back and invite 2 friends. Then we would do a Saturday morning class and for college, and Sunday morning for the pros. And then I have my LA class tomorrow. The guy never emailed. I thought I was talking to Daria. It was like no response Monday, no response Tuesday. Finally, Wednesday morning, he responds and he says, "Oh, I forgot. Do you know? Are you Daria? I mean, Daria, I'd lose for a week. She doesn't do that too much anymore. I haven't heard from her in 2 days, but it's not. I'm sure she's working, and I'm not worried about it. I think we've come to the agreement. I don't think we're worried about it. I just assume she's working and probably too busy with the daughter and the friends and the family to give me a quick shout out, which is perfectly fine. But see, before when I was a week, I was like, "Where are you?" So with like this guy, I'm like, "Where are you?" We normally have a Monday class and a Friday class. And how do you forget Monday? I think he was busy. I don't know what he does. I guess he's busy. I said, "Well, I don't care if you can't make it. Just send me an email that says, I'm too busy for tonight's class. Let's do it, reschedule for Tuesday, or we'll do it on Friday." And that was my point, because I'm waiting around. I'm not going to the lake. I'm not doing something because I think we're going to have class at 9 o'clock my time. That's what I'm bitching about. Not, if he's too busy, I get that, but you can't leave me hanging to where are you? And I'm looking at 9:30. I'm looking at 10. I'm looking Tuesday morning. Where the fuck is this guy? I go, "Are you not happy with the class?" "No, I'm very happy with the class." "Then where are you?" I'm kind of like leery about, I forgot. I'm like, really? Okay. I'm dating a Russian girl. I forgot doesn't work. But anyway, so we'll be on tomorrow. So I'm assuming I will have the class, even if it's one-on-one. I usually get, so far it's brand new, so I've gotten a few. And that's what PayPal asks. "Well, what do you think you'll make?" I says, "I don't know. I could get 2 people to the class. I could all of a sudden get 25 because these are my picks and my locks that people would be interested in for $25. So I said, "I don't know what it's brand new, so I don't know what I'm going to get. But I know I'll get at least 300 a week, and you're giving me 300 a month and putting these on hold is just unfair." So anyway, all right, everybody. Well, this is kind of a weird time, 7 o'clock. It's people aren't used to me at 7. I tried getting on earlier, but I had to charge my phone, and college is taking a long time in the afternoon. So by the time I have lunch and go to the pool, I get home, it's already 3:30, and then I need to relax and then go from there. So anyway, www.teaserking.com. Brics, well, let's check goal. Let's see if we got 2,600. Come on, 2,600. I think we're close. Asia's probably on by now. Nope, still at 25.87. So all the riffraff yesterday lowering it down to 24.49 and then ending at 25.50. It's now 25.87 again. Once we get to 26, we get 27 and we get all the way to 3,000. So excited about that. It did go to 25.49 yesterday for 5 minutes, and today it got to 25.61, which was surprising because it was Asia doing it. And then it jumped up during the morning to 25.94. So I think we'll get, if we can get 26.05, 26.10, we're gold. We'll be fine. And then we'll see it just jump. I think at that point, they won't still be able to do that. They're losing too much money because when you do a put option, it expires, you lose. And so if you got put options at 2,300 or 2,200 or 2,400, you're fucked. You'll never get there. So that's what's happening. So 25.87, very good. Okay. Have a nice night. I'll see you tomorrow, www.teaserking.com. If you sign up for football, that's great. Figure 7 o'clock for college and 8 o'clock for pro, and then my 9 o'clock class. All right, everybody. Have a good day and good luck today. All right. Take care, everybody.